Hey, the Sloan Ranger here, and I am in Wabash, Indiana. I know what you're thinking. Mark, why are you in Wabash? This is the city that I was born in, believe it or not. And there is a trail here called the Wabash River Trail that is perfect for hiking and biking. And it's been a while since I've been on a bike ride. So let's go check it out. The Wabash River Trail is located in northeast Indiana and runs for more than 7 miles, connecting the towns of Wabash and Lagro. The trail provides recreational opportunities for walkers, joggers, bikers, and access to the river for fishermen and paddlers. It is part of the much larger Northeast Indiana United Trails Plan, which has the goals of connecting a network of paved paths within its 12-county region. So we are starting our ride here at the westernmost point of the Wabash Riverwalk Trail at the Smith Street Trailhead, right down by the Wabash City RV Park. That didn't exist when I was growing up in this area. Things have changed. Looks like we're going to be going under main bridge for Highway 15 here. Highway 13, I believe. Not bad, Wabash. Not bad at all. We got a coffee shop to our left. What do we have here? Overnight camping. So this is something I didn't expect. There's overnight camping right here, downtown Wabash on the river for hikers, bikers, and paddlers. It says this campsite is for the exclusive use of those exploring the Wabash River corridor on foot, bicycle, or by water vessel. It's pretty awesome. Here's another one of the Riverwalk trailheads. Looks like a pretty nice little area. So Wabash has really done up the parklands here along the Wabash corridor. Again, most of this did not exist when I was growing up in the area. So once again, kudos. Well, the river is up. So far it looks like it is still within its banks, so fortunate for that. So this is the Paradise Spring part of the Riverwalk. Nice little overlook here. We got the old railroad bridge. Signage here for the trails. Wabash River Trail continues on the right towards town of Lagro. Here's where we're going underneath the old railroad trestle. That's pretty cool. Should probably be stopping and taking pictures, but maybe on my way back. It even smells good out here. I'm not sure what's in bloom right now, but you need a fresh breath of nature when you're in Wabash. This Riverwalk's pretty nice, even if you are still surrounded by power lines. Pardon me.
Hi.
Hello. A lot of this Wabash River Trail will also probably be following the Wabash Erie Canal, which might be what's on our left over here. Definitely a dugout area, so very possibly. Passing by another one of the trailheads. Looks like we got about 4 3/4 miles to the town of Lagro. Definitely out of Wabash now. Probably have been for a little bit. Out of the agriculture, back to the river corridor. This is beautiful. I'd say this is prettier than most of the other trails I've done. Most of what I've done are rail trails, which don't have nearly as much scenery to offer. Yeah, they put some work into this. Look at this nice bridge. Looks like we're coming into another beautiful green space. Betting these rocks here are some glacial erratics, kind of out of place for the size. I got pushed down here by the glaciers from Canada. I'm just using pedal assist level 1 right now here on my Lectric e-bike. This is flat enough that you really don't need much assistance, at least so far. And for those questioning why you would need assistance at all, well, my e-bike weighs like 80 pounds, so to pedal it on its own is a heck of a workout. So today is June 23rd that I'm doing this ride on. And you can see that the corn here to my left is pretty much about knee high already. But give it another month and this will be like cruising through a tunnel, I guess you would say, with your trees on the one side and the corn on the other side reaching 6-7 foot tall. The town of Wabash, of course, there had that little hiker, biker, paddler campsite. But I would love to see them put some out here in the country, somewhere that doesn't have the city noise. Be like bike packing. Keeping it at a pretty leisurely pace, between 11-12 mile range. Just enjoying this out here.
Total distance 3 miles. Total time 21 minutes and 49 seconds. Split speed 11.3 miles per hour.
And there you go. I've noticed in a couple of places along the trail there's some spots that have a whole bunch of kayaks and canoes, so I'm guessing there's some outfitter here in the area that can rent you some canoes and kayaks here on the Wabash River. I might have to look into that as well. I've never done the Wabash River, at least not in this area. Left turn ahead. So, another e-bike on the trail. Looks like she's in a higher pedal assist level than I am right now. Somewhere up ahead here, the trail will have to go out onto the road. I believe it's on old US 24 maybe, just for a short section before it goes back in on the trail. I bet this would be a great trail in the early mornings to find wildlife. I could definitely see some deer out here grazing. Making a little bit of a U-turn here because something I did not expect. Right here it says soft surface loop, so they've got a gravel section. We're going to take that. Well, my XPeak fat tire bike here is handling this just fine. Unfortunately, my camera mount, with all the jiggling, it is not handling it very well. Yeah. I believe that brings us to the end of our little gravel loop. And it looks like we head uphill now. Oh, might need a little more pedal assist this time. Yeah, this is why I have an e-bike. I don't have to get off my bike and walk it. All right, up the side of the bluff we went. It looks like I'm up on the section where we have to take some road. All right, here we go. Out on the road. I might have to bump up the old pedal assist now, but I want to. Some old RVs. Pretty cool. Looks like here we have trail back. We are at the outer edge of Lagro now.
Total distance 7 miles. Total time 43 minutes and 40 seconds. Split speed 13.9 miles per hour.
There you go. 7 miles to Lagro. We still have a little ways to go. Ah, the Speakeasy Bistro there. I don't think they're open right now. All right, here we go. We're gonna cross the road here. Nothing coming, let's go. I really need to remember to downshift to those spots. Point out here, Wabash and Erie Canal, feeder dam number 2. It's a beautiful little small town, it really is. I've driven through it dozens, if not hundreds of times on my trips out to Salamone. Got a nice little memorial thing over here. Very cool. Things that I've never even knew about because I'm usually just passing through. It shows you that there are many hidden gems everywhere. I believe we've got one more thing to see on our little adventure here. Trail ends right here.
Total distance 8 miles. Total time 49 minutes and 16 seconds. Split speed 10.7 miles per hour.
There you go. 8 miles to the end of the Wabash River Trail. Now there are still bike routes, obviously, that continue. You can go on out to the town of Andrews and other stuff. But as far as the Wabash River Trail is, we have reached it. I think I missed the Kerr Lock back here, so we're going to swing back around, head back, try to find that.
A few moments later.
So the thing that we drove over earlier, that I said some kind of memorial, that was the Kerr Lock. I didn't even realize, I missed the sign back there. It is there. The sign is very much there. I just happened to, I was too busy looking left over here and not at the sign. So the Kerr Lock was an important business center here on the old Wabash Erie Canal here in Lagro. So this is definitely a memorial, as I said earlier. Many of the firefighters, Marines, Air Force, Navy, Army, Police, Coast Guard. Very nice, very well done. Giving the old bike a rest for a minute here. You know, it only took us 50 minutes from start to end here on the Wabash River Trail on my bike. Not bad at all, so I've got a lot of time. I feel like what we rode through right here was probably the lock itself, the Kerr lock. This is where the canal boats would come through and they would have to be lowered or raised depending on the level, most likely lowered going this direction. So yeah, you really can't beat an 8-mile bike ride or walk or run, depending on how you want to experience it, with all of the scenery, the river, the woods, and the small towns and their charm in such just a short route there. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite bike rides I think I've done in Indiana so far, honestly. Very cool. But you know, we're in Lagro. Pretty sure there are some cool things. It's not too far away to go check out while I'm here. I'm riding back into the heart of Lagro here. And then we're going to head southeast. Okay. And over the Wabash. These are the kind of bike rides on this kind of road here with no shoulder that definitely makes me nervous. People don't necessarily watch as closely as they should for bikers. Very familiar with this route here. If we hang a right, we head to the Salamone River State Forest. We go straight through. It's the quickest route to the Salamone Reservoir. There's something else going straight through that I'm wanting to do. It's on Hanging Rock Road. I wonder what it could be, huh? I believe right here, we're going to be going over the Salamone River. Once upon a time, me, my brother, and a friend, we floated down this in inner tubes, literal tire inner tubes. The river wasn't that high at that time.
Total distance 10 miles. Total time 1 hour 5 minutes and 23 seconds. Split speed 17.8 miles per hour.
All right, 10 miles in on this ride and we just arrived at Hanging Rock Nature Preserve. And it looks like we got it all to ourselves. All right, well, I figured out a way to chain up the old bike. Not that I really expect anybody to be stopping out here in the middle of a Tuesday, but you just never know. This is an acres managed nature preserve. I have been coming here since long before it was a nature preserve, honestly. The legend of Hanging Rock tells a story of a Miami Indian maiden who had fallen in love with 2 Indian braves who had also fallen in love with her. Now, she couldn't decide which one to marry, so the young maiden called for a duel to be held at the top of Hanging Rock, where the winner would have her hand in marriage. The young braves agreed, and a battle raged between the two until one brave fell over the edge to his death. The young maiden was so distraught that she ended up jumping over the edge to her own death as well. Hanging Rock rises 65 feet above the Wabash River and is comprised of siltstone at the bottom, limestone in the middle, and dolomite caprock at the top. It is an ancient remnant of a 420 million year old reef. I have been coming out here to Hanging Rock since I was a kid. My older brothers used to bring me out here on a lot of our Salamone trips when we were much younger. But I believe the last time I was actually here would have been in 2020, and I did climb up on top of the rock at that time, as I had many times before. However, Acres Land Trust, that currently owns and operates and manages this, has, in fact, closed the trail to the top. No climbing. So, the views we used to get up there, no longer available if you're following the rules, and I need to set the example. Follow the rules, folks. Am I disappointed that I can't go up on top of Hanging Rock? Yes, very. Do I understand why? Yeah, I do. I leave the management to the experts. All right, it's a nice little stop there. It's time to head back. Recumbent bikes. You don't see that every day. All right, we ready for some downhill? A curve and some downhill. Double whammy. Let's go. Oh, we got some Bon Jovi here. Slippery when wet. Yeah. Yeah, you get some speed up on this hill. Problem is, you got a curve at the bottom. Some brake workout right there. Alright. Good deal.
Total distance 13 miles. Total time 1 hour 22 minutes and 40 seconds. Split speed 13.6 miles per hour.
13.6 average. All right. Lots of milkweed and butterfly weed here on the side of this little hill on the old railroad track area. Off real quick and see something, part of this park here I haven't seen in years. So here at Paradise Spring Park here in Wabash, this is where the Cincinnati, Wabash, and Michigan Railroad reached this area in September of 1872. This is where they built their railroad shops. This is also the site of the Kim Kamayong Spring. This is The treaty between the United States and the Miami Tribe of Indians was held near this spring on October 23rd of 1826. So this whole park area here, very historic. In 1826, a camp was built here for a treaty meeting between General John Tipton, Governor James Ray of Indiana, and Governor Lewis Cass of Michigan, with the Potawatomi and Miami Indians to acquire additional land for white settlement and establish a canal system along the Wabash River. The treaty was signed in October of that year, and the rest is history. Now in the 1870s, this became a railroad train yard, and then this historical park was built in the late 1980s. Well, there you go, guys. I did about 19 miles today, all of the Wabash River Trail, plus my side quest out to Hanging Rock. Now, in total, from end to end, it was about 8 miles for the actual Wabash River Trail. Not bad. 16 miles round trip. Plus, you can stop and see a lot of cool viewpoints along the way, and even some places to stop and get ice cream, coffee, and eat lunch over in Lagro, whatever. It's all right there. Cool experience. Definitely recommend it. I know I'll be back. Until next time, peace out.